Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button below and by clicking the bell icon to be notified whenever we publish a new video.
With all the state of emergency and SOE and all these things, it's not a police problem. I told the government this long ago. It's a social dysfunctional problem.
Hello everybody, welcome again to my channel. This afternoon I want to share with you a little clipping from Bounty Killer, one of Jamaica's famous DJ. Listen to the wisdom of this young man. I don't think he has a college degree or he has a PhD or a master's, but listen to the wisdom. And I wish if the politicians would listen to these people who have their boots on the ground. They know what it is like in the ghettos, in the trenches. And when they speak, politicians need to listen.
With all the state of emergency and SOE and all these things, it's not a police problem. I told the government this long ago. It's a social dysfunctional problem. Moral issue, self-value, financial issue, unemployment issue, broken homes issue, dysfunctional parent issue, or a whole heap of things, and then no social development not happening. We only have SOE and state of emergency looking for the bad boys. Who's looking for the good boys? What about the good boys that doesn't really want to be bad boy? Who is looking for them and showing them any little thing or implementing any little activities or nothing? Looking all the inner cities. Only bad boys we're looking for. Nobody down there. First thing, you hear them say peace management, them are break it down, them nobody want more peace management. All the little people them go around and talk to the little youths them and encourage them not to be bad boys. Them don't want to put no more money in that. Them want to put it in a SOE alone. So a bad boy alone them want to look for. And then the bad boy them, find the little good boys them, and turn them in a bad boy too. Call them idle, and nobody looking out for them. We in the ghetto, regular, no little sports program, no little education program, no little music program, nothing. Those things lead back to all the dysfunction in a society. People don't value life certain way anymore. And most of the man them way a bad out the road. Them know them not going away. Most bad boy, how long them last? 6 weeks, a month? The wickedest thing come boy the longest time, I don't film. When film they know? So, all who are bad know say them not no future, but them just not value them life. Them now business. Who tell them say them are rich anyway? Nobody not done again. Where Dan name? Who name a Dan in a one come? Dan not there again. Them something no work no more. Your name Dan. Your main suspect. Person of interest. Assault reach to that. Nobody can name Dan again. So every man who tell you that popo and that tabo me should you just want you sell or your casket. So me I wonder if the government don't know all these billions them are spent on the SOE. Let's do some social program. That's what we want. SOE round this up, and 6 months you will be a dead same way. So is this an SOE the problem? We need to go on this to change the lifestyle and the focus and the outlook of the people. Come and see so and in the business. Cause in the value life. We need to go teach them the value of life. That's the only problem that, it wasn't like the police or the soldiers not doing them job, but for them job now scare nobody from doing for them job. Cause them man they are dunce tug. You hear the word? Dunce tug. And them we have boy that not understand words. Them cannot communicate. Them just ignorant. We have to fix them dunce tug the head if we want to help crime in Jamaica. Can't care how you got SOE run in the community, don't stop run another one. We have to help the young people of the country. especially the young boys them. So all of this, it make the whole society get so rampant with the violence that it escalating our homes now. So this is all the thing when we want to tell when the MP, on the councillor and the prime minister and the opposition leader, stop wasting money on policing. Police are wicked man in Jamaica. The mafia, what did him? Him become cripple our police. Our police don't go around for slap, boy. You think our police are idiot? Our police them bad, but them boy are mad. Them not have no value for their life. So no care how much of them the police them kill, you have another 100 rising. And then we need to go diffuse and change them outlook. And that we been doing by bringing youth, you know. And the hardest garrison, we take people out of them and turn them in a superstar. This is what we need to do. Going on the hard garrison, them to take out these youth and turn them in a genius. Every bad man, as him start make money and him start feel like him a live comfortable. Him nobody want bad, you know. And we are life, them don't know, you know. Me know that, you know. So it's just the people them have it. And then now, the government kind of like when the youth them are idiots still, you know. Because them like when them can go down there and manipulate them head and tell them some foolishness and make them do them political work. Them not like smart people in a politics, you know. They don't like them up in parliament. But them like to go and say fundamentally and put some word where people don't know what you're saying. Yeah, so them not like when everybody understand fully the foolishness what them are trying to present. So them like when you have the idiot them down and them can go buy vote for $5,000 and them something there in a virgin. So we in society, if you demand them, say, listen me, that one to use the money, do you know? Take the money and give the police, and the police and can't do the job and feed them job that. Because police can't change people's life, the moment we can't take people's life or put them in a prison. And it's changes we need. Because you are waiting till them turn bad boy, send police, kill them or lock them up. Send police, kill them. And them still have the element to create them. So these are the elements where we have to help. Yet without a society, if we want a society to grow, and with a violence and crime rate like what we have, it's not easy for Jamaica grow. Everything have to tear down. It have to change. So we have principle and moral, and we grow up with sense, and everybody have that understanding. So enough of the youth, them when they get dark and then naive. And as I tell you, the internet and the cable and the Americanized foolishness, everybody turn wannabes. It's crazy. So we as Jamaican, we have to keep our focus and know what match we and we don't match we. And certain behavior and our own and certain activities, and then know the government, them do more to the people than for the people. Them say we have a little growth in unemployment and we don't even know how much percent. How much a minimum wage now? 6,000? See it? If you check across the region of the other Caribbean, minimum wage must little more than that. You understand 6,000, I got 7,000 that can't go to supermarket that. So at that, those things the government have to fix. Unemployment and the minimum wage. If those things now increase, the country now move. And if you not help the poor, the country can go up. So it was a great reasoning, and we hope we can reason soon again.
And so, as he speak, we wonder if anyone is really listening. But the problem is, we know, the Jamaicans know the problem. The politicians are not ignorant, they know the problem. But the question is, do they really want to solve the problem of crime in that beautiful paradise that we call Jamaica? And most of us are fed up with what is happening in Jamaica, and here's why. Those of us who are abroad, like myself, living in Canada for the past 10 years, we are tired of the cold. It makes us sick. It makes our kids sick. And 6 months of the year, we need to have be like the polar bears. We need to have furs. We need to have layers upon layers of clothes wearing the cold to go to work and school and things like that. Children, when they go to school, the teacher have them standing in the frigid cold outside waiting for school the doors to be open to let them inside. In the meantime, they stay out in the cold and they get sick. And as break time and lunchtime, they are back out in the cold. That's the environment that we are living in. And from my perspective, human beings were not made to live in this kind of environment. So 6 months of the year, a lot of people leave here and they go to warmer countries, Costa Rica, Panama, Mexico. And the question I'm asking is why it is that Jamaica cannot be one of the places where we feel comfortable to come home to. And because of these issues that Bounty Killer speaks about, that is one of the reasons why we have the problem that we have. And if only these politicians would listen and do something, you know, not just calling out, as the gentleman said, don't just call out state of emergency. That has been tried, tested, and failed over the years. As far back as I can remember, we have been using that old archaic method of when there's an eruption in crime in Jamaica, all they do, they call out the soldiers and the police, and they go into areas and they scoop up the so-called suspects and the bad boys, and they shake them, search them, shake them down, and take them to lock up for a couple of days, and then they let them go, and then here we go again. As the gentleman said, it is just not making any sense what they're doing to solve crime. They need to get into social issues, as he mentioned in the video. They need to get into the inner cities and do educational programs. They need to have some amount of welfare program for people who are unemployed. I can testify that that's why I've grown to respect Canada. Yes, it's cold, but I have grown to respect this country. Because if you're not working, there's a lot of things that you can do and a lot of assistance that the government provide. If you're disabled, that you can't work, you have all kind of problems, and the doctor put you on disability, the government, I mean, it's not much, but it at least helps. I doubt if Jamaica has anything like that. If you are working and you have lost your job or you are laid off, you can go on employment insurance for a while until you pick up a job, or you can go back to school. There are a lot of programs that are in our country, and please don't tell me that it's because Jamaica is poor and you can't afford that. Because there are a lot of money being spent and wasted doing stupidness, and it's not helping the country, it's not bringing down the crime. As Bounty Killer said, if some of these guys are getting a good income and they're working and, you know, they can feed their family, they would not resort to crime. And I believe he's talking the truth, because some of the sentiments that he has expressed is some of the same sentiments that I expressed over the years. But it doesn't seem like anybody is listening. And the next thing I've always been advocating is that with the modern use of technology, look at China, what China is doing. They have a system there where they set up trackers all over their country. They have the social credit system so that they can know who's breaking the law, where to find them, how to find them, and all of that. Jamaica needs that. But I keep on asking the question, why is it that Jamaica is so reluctant to use technology to solve crime? And I think I have the solution. If I am a part of the problem, I don't want to get caught. So I'm not going to be quick to say, yes, let's do that. So some of these people who are in charge are part of the problem. And I'm talking from the security forces, no disrespect to the good ones. I have a brother who is a police too, right? I hope he's a good police. But no disrespect to anyone. But the fact is, there are a lot of corrupt cops. And if you have technology, and there are a lot of corrupt politicians, and if you have the technology to track them down, then they get caught. So that's why maybe they don't advocate using technology. He mentioned that they don't like when you're bright. They like the little dunce to go and vote for them and talk anything and buy them out for little and nothing. And it is true, because is a thing, it seems, with government in general. They like when you are down, so that you seek help from them and you run to vote for them because they are going to be your messiah and solve all of your problems. And so that's why they have instilled in people's head, don't be independent, don't try to think independently, depend on us, we are going to solve your problem. And so the masses of people always depend on this politician who will be the next messiah in waiting to vote for me because I will be the solution. I remember hearing Philip Paulwell the other day talking about if they were in charge of the government, how they would solve crime. When they were in power for about 18 years and the crime rate was maybe not as high, but it was very high, right? And I was expecting to hear him say that we would use technology and so on to solve crime, like the cameras and the, whatever, the tracking systems and these IDs that they're calling. I mean, you've got to take some real serious actions, Jamaica, if you're serious. And here's one of the reasons why I'm concerned about this thing in my country. Even though I'm abroad, I'm still concerned, because there's a time coming when I may be tired of the cold here. I can't manage it, or bones can't manage. I would like to know that I don't have to go to a country like Costa Rica or Panama or Mexico. I'd like to know I can come back to my home and feel safe. But the problem we're having is that nobody feels safe leaving these places, these countries that we weren't born in. We just came here to see if we can make a life. And some of us have made it, some of us have failed. And those of us who have made it and have something, want to come home, it's going to build the country, it's going to provide employment. Imagine if millions of people are coming home and everybody is bringing home their house money, their land money, they're getting their pension, they're spending money in the Jamaican economy, they're providing for the future of the youth that are there. That's why I don't understand how the Jamaican mentality is. Why is it that you all are messing up your own house? It's like you have a house and you're burning it down. Jamaica is your country. The children that you're having, they want a future. If you are making it infested with crime, people are going to resort to go elsewhere. It's a shame, because Jamaica has the best beaches, the best sunshine throughout the year. Yeah? Jamaica is a beautiful country. Nothing is wrong with the physical infrastructure of the country. The problem is with some of the people who are leading the country and some of the criminals who are making our country a fearful place to live, And they're only destroying their own future and they don't know it. Because when you depend on the gun to make a living, and you depend on killing others, shedding blood to make a living, that's in the dirt. And I don't know what kind of children these women are having. I could go on and on. But so they fall, 10 takes their place. Some of these criminals, as soon as they're dead, right? The Bible says evil men will not, and bloody men will not live out half their days. So most of these guys die young. And I can testify of that. I grew up in situations where I know that gunmen don't live long. Gunmen don't live long. They always die at an early age, just as the Bible said. Evil and bloody men will not live out half their days. Don't want to say too much because I don't want to make the video too long. But it's about time that you guys as Bounty said, do some welfare programs for the youth, some training programs, spend money properly on security, not just having the army come out and search people and throw them in jail and let them out the next day, but do some better. I mean, an educated person like Andrew Holness and Horace Chang, I was expecting better from their administration, because they must have looked at the history of Jamaica and see that those were the methods that have been using over the years, and they have failed miserably. So you all need to rewind and come again. I like some of the things that I see being done under this administration, but the crime situation, y'all need to prioritize, spend every money, every dime on bringing down the crime problem, so that people feel safe to come home and invest and retire in Jamaica. We should not be Jamaicans and thinking of going to Costa Rica, Panama, Mexico, and all over the globe. We should be looking forward to come back to our nice, warm sunshine and our lovely beaches, and not to mention our Jamaican food. It's about time to do something better than what y'all are doing, please. Or unless, let the Chinese take over the country. Let them get in parliament. Let them become the prime ministers, because I'm thinking that it's about time maybe we'd give the Chinese a try in government. They probably do a better job, because y'all are just messing around. The politicians are messing around. The cops that need to clean up the force are messing around, because when the cops are corrupt and the politicians are corrupt, that's when you have a dirty, nasty country that people can't live in, and it's just crime. I mean, a small country like Jamaica, over 1,000 deaths per year. You have other countries with 10 times the population, and you don't have those figures. Maybe for the year, 50 people shot dead or whatever. Right? But Jamaica on a yearly basis, over 1,000 people. That is absolute madness. So it's time you guys fix it. I don't talk.